Welcome to the brand new season of Kiwi Bred. I'm Alisha Neilson and I look forward to you joining me over the next 12 weeks as we go behind the scenes of the New Zealand thoroughbred breeding industry. We begin our season at Cambridge Stud, where Sir Patrick Hogan talks us through the phenomenal career of champion New Zealand sire Zabeel.
But Zabeel kept going, has kicked away about 2 lengths to Mark Corcoran and down the outside Academian, and it's Zabeel for the Cadbury Australian Guineas. He wins it well, Zabeel. Octagonal, a 3-year-old fighting back, and Mahogany are locked together. Mahogany, Octagonal as they go to the line. Octagonal.
It's Might and Power, the leader. Northern Greg a length and a half away, coming home, but Might and Power, the big champ, the king, joins the greats of the turf. Sky Heights in front, 100 out. He's done some work, he's 2 lengths clear. Tie the knot and Shogun Bod's coming, but Sky Heights is racing brilliantly. Sky Heights clear and he takes it out, a great win.
Pride is running at Vengeance of Rain. Vengeance of Rain has got a length. Pride cutting her back with every stride. Half a length in it. Vengeance of Rain fights and wins.
Purple Moon in front. Efficient the only danger. Purple Moon in front. Efficient is getting there. Efficient getting the Purple Moon. Efficient is going to win the cup.
Fumicino coming at him for Beedman. Beedman leaves Fumicino. He sticks his head in front of the BMW and Fumicino goes on to win it.
Gondokoro is the leader with 100 to go. Missanella went to second, but Gondokoro's going strongly. She's got the oak, shot the bits, Gondokoro. She went home to beat Missanella, but Queera's run third.
Zabeel, now the sire of 1,000 individual winners, a remarkable achievement for an extraordinary horse. What were your hopes for Zabeel when he commenced stud duties more than 2 decades ago?
Well, sure, Zabeel attaining the 1,000 individual winners is just absolutely amazing. Here's a horse still at stud and still active, and he's been able to achieve a result like that, and it's just unbelievable. I think the achievements that I had, one was first and foremost, Sir Tristram deserved to have a son of his to stand at stud, possibly in a manner of honouring him, and Zabeel was of course the chosen horse. My aspirations for Zabeel is, I did say when he came through the gate, I said if he could make himself into a nice bread and butter horse, that would be fantastic. So, I don't want him to be a dud, but I don't expect him to be Sir Tristram.
Patrick, did you ever believe Zabeel could match Sir Tristram's legacy one day?
No, I've been honest with myself, and I am always honest. Some will smile out there, but I'd certainly try to be honest with myself. But no, for a number of years when he started leaving Group 1 winner after Group 1 winner, and those individual winners were multiple Group 1 winning horses, I did keep saying, now, if you're going to be this good, I do not want you to emulate Sir Tristram. I'm happy you get close, I'm happy you may equal what he's been able to do. I don't want you to emulate him, because the reason that I said that was because Sir Tristram, had a lot in my heart and still has a lot of him in my heart. Without him, we wouldn't be sitting here today, and I know we wouldn't be. So without Sir Tristram, I wouldn't have Zabeel, and I didn't want him to be as great. But I guess, if I'm being honest now, he certainly has emulated his own sire.
Let's talk about some of his progeny. Their prowess on the track has been legendary. Names like Octagonal, Might and Power, Vengeance of Rain, Sky Heights. Which of Zabeel's progeny have you been most impressed by?
Well, it'd be difficult to leave Octagonal off the list. Be jolly difficult, but I do think of all the horses, talking of Octagonal, he used to get there at the end of his races by a breath, that's all. So he's an amazing racehorse. A lot of people gave him credit and said in those early days, listen, if you'd have put a donkey over 8 carat, she'd have still left an Octagonal. So Zabeel never got a lot of credit for Octagonal. They always bounced back to 8 carat and the great things she was able to do. But for me, I'm pretty sure of all the horses that raced, that I thought was the very best horse of all was Might and Power. A Caulfield Cup, a Cox Plate, a Melbourne Cup in the 1 year. And he ran his races the opposite to what Octagonal did. Octagonal came from the back and just got them. This fellow went out in front and, a mile and a half, 2 mile race, Group 1s, out in front. People right through the race would say he's going to get bowled, he's going to stop. But he never ever stopped. He had the most amazing cruising speed for a mile and a half and 2 miles that I've never seen any other horse in my time that's been able to do that.
Patrick, what is the Zabeel factor? If you had to describe what he's passing on to his progeny that is so distinct to him.
Well, I just think that he passes on that into his progeny, that will to win to begin with. They've just got that will to win. They certainly take a little time to mature in the brain. It can be a little bit tricky as 2-year-olds, a little bit fractious and hard to handle. But once they turn the corner and become 3 and 4-year-olds, they mature. And again, I place a lot of impact on certainly Sir Tristram, because he proved what he was able to do with his progeny. So certainly Zabeel has passed some of that on to his progeny, as what Sir Tristram was able to do and what Sire was as he was as a racehorse. But I do think the turn of foot that the Zabeels had at the end of a race, that scintillating speed they had at the end of any distance race, came from the Nureyev blood. You know, that put the impact into it.
Patrick, let's talk about Zabeel's daughters, because their results have been staggeringly good as well. He's just been crowned champion broodmare sire for the 2nd consecutive year here and in Australia, producing the likes of Ocean Park, It's a Done Deal, Dear Demi, Atlantic Jewel and Silent Achiever. Why do you think he's making such a big impact as a broodmare sire?
I think that gene has been so powerful from Sire to Sir Tristram down to Zabeel and his daughters. It's carried on through the daughters, and I'm sure it's there through the sons as well. And if we go right back to Sire, but to sort of back up what I'm saying, is Sire's sons were not successful at stud, other than Sir Tristram, that luckily picked it up, but Sire was a champion broodmare sire. But he's certainly amazing with his broodmares, just absolutely improving pedigrees left, right and centre for breeders throughout Australasia.
Zabeel at 27, he is in his twilight years. He only serves a limited book of mares. What sort of shape is he in physically?
Fantastic. Zabeel went through a horrendous illness in last spring, and consequently 3 or 4 mares only in foal, because once we started to have to treat him, that knocked his fertility right out. He's back looking fantastic today. We've kept the condition right off him, so he's not a horse that you step out today and say, wow, look at the massive looking horse. We have to keep the condition off him. If we got him too top heavy, carrying too much weight on those feet of his, he'd probably develop laminitis again. So we got him over it. It was amazing that we were able to save him, and he's a very happy horse. He's in good order for where we want him, and he's fit and healthy, and we will take him to the barn, and it'll take us probably 3-4 weeks to find out if his fertility's back where it should be and he's getting his mares in foal. If he is, well, we'll roll on with a limited book, and if he's not, we'll probably certainly retire him commercially, but if he's happy to go to the barn, we'll always have a mare for him to have his little bit of pleasure, because he does like that.
What does it mean to you, and how proud have you been by the many accolades he's earned over the years?
Well, yes, certainly with the achievements of Zabeel, would be wrong for me not to be proud. Would be wrong for me not to say, well, I've achieved in the thoroughbred industry at the highest level. There's others may have got there as well, which they have. They've equalled it, but I don't know that they've passed it. But it's just been a wonderful story, and it's been my life and my family's life, and it's what I wanted to do. It's what I wanted to give a go at the beginning, and stick with it if I could. We felt when we first started here, we had 5 years. And if it didn't work out, the milking shed was there, so we'd go back to cows and perhaps pigs. And I'm a farmer anyway, so I've always been a farmer, so I could have handled that. But good fortune, we were blessed with getting a stallion that was able to kick us off. So with Zabeel now, immensely proud, and sometimes you don't stop to think about it until somebody starts talking to you about it, and pinch yourself and say, well, it really did happen. It has happened that we've kicked that goal we've won the game, and that's happened on many occasions with Zabeel. So no different for an All Black to keep winning his matches, his games, his tests. That's what I've been wanting to do, is win every test that I've played in with my horses, and I think I've done that, sail ring, races, sales, what have you, so at Stud. It's been great. Some days I say, surely I've got to give all this up. Somebody else needs to take a turn, but I guess then I'll go to bed at night, think about it. Why would I want to stop?